Hey everybody, and welcome back to Shieldwall, or as I like to call it now, Exercises in Self-Torture. The Persia update has dropped, bringing with it 3 new missions, the Battle of the Nile, the Battle of Nicopolis, and the Battle of Zella. As you can see, we've gotten gold on all of them, and we're going to show you just how we did that on the Battle of the Nile. So right off the bat, we spawn 6 defenders inside the fort. We then fill out the rest of our slots with militia, 13 of them. We run out of the gate and head straight towards the B flag, which is right in front of us. As you can see, light blue is currently heading for D, though there's about a 50-50 chance that they'll come for B. If they do, we head over to this tree and just bypass B completely and go take D. Now, there's a couple of things that make this mission particularly frustrating. One is that you'll notice both light blue and purple have a 1.5 times gold per minute compared to your 1. They also start with more gold than you. What this means is in the early part of the game, you will lose any fight you engage in, so we're just not going to fight. Once you've captured your first flag, in this case B, you're going to turn here, go through this little plaza, and run straight towards D to take it back from blue. If you had to take D initially, you'll turn around and go back and get B. Purple will always head for F, and then as soon as it has captured F, they will attack your fort, which is not a concern because the 6 defenders on your wall will tear them apart. So in this mission, the early gameplay is all about getting gold, capturing as many flags as you can, taking back any that the enemy captures, and just accumulating gold, 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 gold. I could see that blue had moved over to retake B from us, and since I don't want to fight, I'm just going to run over here and grab purple's flag at F. Then I'll go back and get B. The deck is really stacked against you in this mission, and if you did engage with either blue or purple at this point, you'll find they have already got spearmen and they will kill you. So at this point, it's really important to avoid combat and just capture flags. This is actually my big complaint with all 3 of these missions, and actually the last couple of missions. The strategy seems to be on all of them that you just have to avoid fighting in the early part of the game, which can sometimes make the game a little stale and boring, and very often it funnels you into one solution to the mission, and that can actually take away from how good a game Shieldwall is. So I was going to take D, but as you can see, purple and blue decided they were going to meet each other over at D and have a little bit of a party. And I'm just going to sit here and let them kill each other. And while they do that, I'll just do an end around here and go take D for myself. Anytime you can get purple and blue to fight each other instead of you is a win. So our overall strategy on this mission is to, as I said, accumulate gold early on, which we'll use for upgrades, and then we will take out purple, who is set to hard, and once we have done that, captured their fort, captured all the flags, then we will focus on light blue and their fort at sea. Well, this is a new wrinkle. I've never seen a soldier get stuck up on the awning here, and I've played this mission probably 30-40 times already. But, yeah, regardless, we're going to go take F and just keep the gold coming in. So once we capture F, we'll go over and take B back. So we're playing a lot of Ring Around the Rosie here, and avoiding combat. So I think once we hit 750, which we just did in gold, we'll capture this flag, and we will begin our upgrades. The first upgrade we're going to get is going to be increased number of troops. I will also upgrade my militia to spearmen, since that's what we're going to be facing for the most part. And I will also grab our standard bearer so that we start accumulating experience when we do fight. Since I do have 211, I'll also grab Gatecrasher, which is the fourth and final one we need at this point in the game. I've found that it doesn't really matter what the order you get those for is, but those are the four that you want to focus on first. That guy is still stuck up there, which is really odd, and I don't know if that's keeping light blue from coming out of its fort and capturing flags. Usually they do that. I'm not sure what's going on, but otherwise everything's proceeding the way it normally does in this mission when we play this way. And it's not really changing anything. We wouldn't be fighting blue if they were out anyway, so I'm just going to keep doing this the way I normally do. And see if this plays out as it always does without that glitch. This time, because I'm over near my fort, I'm going to run around the side here instead of through the middle plaza. I'm going to run up to my fort, and since I had increased the number of troops available, I'm going to grab a few spearmen to round out my army, bring it up to 19. And then I'll go back and grab B. Just as a reminder, you cannot spawn troops at the middle flags, B, F, and D, unless you have lost your fort. And at this point, we should be getting ready to make our assault on Purple's fort. I'll just come over here and grab D real quick. Gotta keep that gold coming in. Well, blue's still not coming out. Oh, wait. Our guy has figured out how to get off the awning. It's always good to see a glitch correct itself. Anyway, we're going to assault Purple's base at E now. You got to do a little zigzag when you're running in so you don't get speared. You run up, start attacking the gates. Okay, well, we're going to retreat here because if you didn't see it, Purple has started to respawn at their base, which means Blue must be coming out of their fort again, and they must have met over at B and fought each other. So normally in this mission, you can just simply by paying attention, figure out where Blue and Purple are at all times. And you can time your assault on Purple's fort to when Purple is capturing one flag and Blue is capturing a different flag, so that there's no worry about Purple respawning in the fort that you're trying to take. So actually I'll, now that this seems to have reset itself, I will show you how we're supposed to do it. And because I had a little skirmish with some blue troops there, I will just swing by my fort and restock my army so that I have 19 active troops. And the other thing I need to do right now is upgrade my standard main sign, and we're going to select flag capture speed, which isn't super important right now when we're trying to take purple's fort, but will be critical for taking blue's at the end of the mission. So I'm going to run over here and capture F right now. And then we'll run back over here. There's purple heading for B. And blue has been wiped out at D. So we'll capture D, and then we'll try and figure out where blue is going to go next. Again, we want to know where blue and purple both are before we attack the fort. Because if they get into a confrontation and blue wins the fight, purple will respawn at the fort in the middle of our attack, and we will lose because of that. So you can see they were engaged in a fight right here. So we're just going to mop up purple and capture B. Wait for our next opportunity. In the meantime, we're just accumulating gold. And once I capture B, I will head back over towards F, and that way I can keep an eye on purple's fort and see what's going on there. Looking at the top of the screen, you can see that D is being captured, but again, we don't know if that's blue or purple, or if they're fighting each other over there. So we're going to run over here to F and just see what's going on. And purple has respawned there. You can see him at his base. So we're just going to hang out here at flag F for a moment and watch to see where purple is going. And since purple is coming towards F, we're going to run down here. They'll ignore us. You can see B is also under attack, so we now know that blue is at B, purple is at F. That means they're not fighting each other, so we don't have to worry about purple respawning at their fort. So now is the time to attack the fort. So we run up, call Testudo to protect the guys in the back. As soon as the gate is down, we rush the flag. Call Testudo again. And get that flag down. Once it's down, you can send your guys over to kill the defenders. And then you just need to respawn your army as quickly as possible. Oh, ow. There we go, 8, 12. Oh, well, luckily I had respawned the army before I got killed. And they'll finish taking out the last of the defenders. The good news is, if you haven't found the vase yet on this level, there it is, right where you respawn. And now that we have control of both A and E, both forts, we can focus on mopping up the rest of purple's forces and turning our attention to light blue. There's a fight going on at C right now between purple and blue, so we're just going to stand here and wait to see where purple respawns, if it's at B, D, or F. And yep, they're at D. Now the thing to remember is okay, you can see light blue is rushing for the D flag, so we'll let them capture it, and we'll run over here and capture the F flag. Purple looks like it's making a run on our fort. Again, not so worried because those 6 defenders have proven themselves quite capable of taking care of anyone foolish enough to attack them. Alright, now I've captured F, and I'm going to make a run on B. This is actually risky. I should probably just wait and let purple respawn there before I attack, because they could respawn in the middle of the attack, which they just did. So I'm probably going to actually lose this battle, just because they outnumber us. Yeah, I knew I should have waited, but I was trying to make a fast video. All this does is prolong this a few seconds, not the end of the world. So I've respawned at A, respawning my army. I'm going to go ahead and decrease the respawn time for the standard, just because I don't want to wait. Okay, so now I have to go recapture F. And they're going to make a run on the fort. Alright, yep. I knew I should have waited. But this is not a unrecoverable mistake. I'll hold my troops there to get F down. And as soon as it's gone neutral, I'll call my army and we will... Oh, those gates hadn't fixed themselves yet. Ugh. You know what? Let's just fall back here. I don't want to fight at their flag. And it looks like they're coming back to F. So we'll just do this little end around trick here that I showed you earlier. We'll let them capture F, and we will go back and recapture their fort at E. On the plus side, blue did go ahead and capture B and D for us. Normally when I run this mission, purple is wiped out a lot faster than this. Between the glitching soldier on the awning and my ill-timed attack right there, I've dragged this out. I usually have purple eliminated between 8 and 10 minutes into the match. So this is going to run longer. Again, it's not a big deal. We'll still win the mission. So right now I can see that purple has D and F. And again, blue is going to help us out by capturing D. So we will run over and capture F. Not sure where purple is at the moment. I'm assuming they're attacking B. Yep. So all three flags change color. So purple is at B. Let's see where they're heading. Alright, I can see they are just starting their attack there. They were heading for C. That should give us enough time to get over to the B flag and get it down before blue wipes them out. Alright, yep, there they are. It's going to be a little close, but I think we'll be okay. There. Alright, so that is the end of purple. Now we just have to focus on light blue. And we have about 12 more minutes to do that. So we'll head back over here and capture D. And there they go to capture B. So I'm just going to increase the standard horn cooldown so that when I run between these flags, my horn cools down enough that I can use it each time I get there. And there's really no reason to fight light blue here, so I'm just going to let them capture the flag. And as soon as they start to leave, I'll just run back over there and capture it right back. Now that it's captured, I'm going to head over towards the fort. We now have all the flags except for the fort. Hey, where you going, guys? Yeah, if you get near their gates, they'll turn around and run back inside because they're set on wallkeeper. So we're just gonna let them reopen the gates. Alright, then we'll move back down here, and the gates get closed. And you're still out of range of their spear, but they're trapped inside their fort. And now we get to the part of the mission that really makes me hate the mission, actually. So because of this programming, the AI, you can just stand here, which we're going to do. They're trapped inside their base, and we are accumulating a massive amount of gold, which we're going to need for our attack on the fort later, which also involves exploiting the programming of the AI. The reason this mission is so frustrating for so many people, I think, is because you're required to take advantage of the AI's programming. It's not really about coming up with a strategy. It's about knowing how the AI is programmed to react to certain situations and using that. Other missions in Shieldwall can be defeated in multiple ways. I haven't seen anybody win this mission without doing what we're going to do in the next few minutes. So we're just going to upgrade everything that we can upgrade. I'm not going to bother with gate repair time. I'm not even going to bother with the spears either, because I'm not going to use them. And once we have all the upgrades, we're going to want to get up to about 750, 800 gold in the bank, because you'll need it. And I'll hold my army there, which, as you can see, keeps blue locked inside the fort. And I'm going to run back over here to A right now. And I'm going to use the Control 0 feature to kill my defenders at this fort, because I'd rather have the 6 extra attackers. So, goodbye, guys. And we'll grab 6 legionnaires. And then we'll run back to our army. And once we have everybody back, we're just still gonna wait and let that gold pile up. Once we have all the gold saved up, we're going to move our troops over to the side of the fort, which will allow the gates to open, and blue will attempt to come out and capture B and D. We have to get them out of the fort and to one of those flags. That is when we will launch our attack on the fort. If you don't time it just right and have blue's general far enough away from the fort, you will lose this fight. It's that simple. So you just have to time it and take advantage of the AI's programming. So I've gotten up there with the gold, so I'm going to call my troops over to me, over here on the side of the fort. I think I'm far enough away from the defenders. Come on, boys! Oh no! A couple of guys took a hit there, but it's fine. Alright, see, we've moved out of range, and there goes blue. So we have to get blue out of the fort. So we wait, and then we run over here and attack the gate. Get that gate down. Blue is going to turn around and come back. We need to get inside. Blow our horn to get the flag down as fast as we can. launch our troops to keep them away from the flag as long as possible, and start spamming troops once you have the flag. Light blue doesn't have any place to spawn, so we just need to keep spamming troops and wipe out this army. Don't get too frustrated if it takes you multiple tries to do it. Timing is everything on this mission. Their army has to be just far enough away from the fort before you attack. You have to get the gate down just fast enough, get the flag down just fast enough. Launch your troops to counterattack Blue's army as it comes through the gate at the right time so they can't capture the flag back quick enough. It's just so pointlessly frustrating. But yeah, that's it. That's how to beat the Battle of the Nile, even with that glitch and having timed my assault wrong and taking longer to capture Purple's fort than normal. You can make a lot of mistakes and still win this level fairly easily if you have the timing down. And again, that's what makes it so frustrating. It's about the final attack, getting that timing just right. The rest of the mission really doesn't matter how poorly it goes for you. But that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you learned the strategy and it alleviates some of the frustration I've read about online. If you'd like to see more of these Shieldwall how-to videos, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It really helps out our channel. And we will be back soon to show you how to beat the other two missions from the Persia update. Thanks for watching.